I often get asked some great questions about my work and my relationship to working with the superconscious. Often people are really curious about the superconscious because it's not me and my superconscious, it's the client and their superconscious that I'm working with. Now, the superconscious mind is considered part of mind. We've all heard about the conscious mind, which we have about 5% access to and awareness of what's going on now. We have the subconscious mind, which we could describe as like the storehouse of all the experiences that we've had across a lifetime. And that storehouse has all the memories that are held in mind, but not just the memories, our interpretation, our emotional response, our somatic, our body response, and all the other imprinting that occurs that is subjective to that time. So the subconscious is very personalized to us and how we have interpreted an experience. Now, there is another element, and this is the superconscious. I'm going to give you an example so that you can form a bit of a picture of how the superconscious works and is part of the mind. So we've got conscious, subconscious, and then superconscious. Imagine that the superconscious is the overseer of all of our experience. The difference is, though, that this aspect of mind has remained intact, carries no hurt, no harm, no interpretation. It carries no somatic information. It simply has been present, observing. You could suggest that it is neutral and has the potential to have a way of reinterpreting an experience that we've had that we may have interpreted inaccurately. What I love about this and the working with the superconscious mind is that it generates insight. If you could imagine that in any moment we have our personal interpretation, and at that same moment there is an observer, an inner observer that's also experiencing this or observing this, not experiencing it, observing it, and that we can actually tap into the awareness of that superconscious. I want to give you an example. Imagine you walk into a room and there's a bunch of people in there. When you arrive, your eyes scan and you see a group that you interpret as unfriendly and maybe a little bit threatening. You might have looked at some facial expressions or some body language and made the decision that they are these types of people. And that decision's generated a whole lot of discomfort in your body. You may scan and look for a place that looks safer to you, and then come across another group that, well, for some reason just feel a little bit more familiar, a little bit more comfortable, so you interpret them as safe. And you move off into the room. So in this situation, the subconscious has brought interpretation. And that interpretation, whether that's been read accurately or not, who knows? But at the same time as the subconscious doing its thing, making its assessment, doing its interpretation, the superconscious has as well. And that superconscious has seen that situation and that moment in truth. The way it was in truth, not what we brought to it. So when we're working with the mind and when we're working with this higher intelligence, the higher mind, we're actually utilizing its wisdom. We're utilizing what it actually knows in truth, and it's doing the job of finding and correcting what we thought, what we believed, what we decided upon, so that we can actually no longer carry those interpretations and show up authentically in the moment without projecting any past thought, any past judgment, and just being the invulnerable, present, connected, centered person that we are in present time, continuously.